Hey guys, this is Beat, and today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing this new release action figure from the Marvel Legends series of Hasbro 6-inch figures, which is Howard the Duck, packed with Scott Lang's sort of Ant-Man from What If. These two characters are actually not from the same episode of What If, as Scott Lang's head in a jar appears in the zombie episode of What If, whereas the Howard the Duck appearance is actually earlier on in that series. This is part of the new Khonshu Build-A-Figure wave from Hasbro that includes Khonshu from the Moon Knight series, which is sort of weird because Khonshu is in fact the only Moon Knight character that is in this wave at all, although it would be cool to get more Moon Knight figures beyond the Moon Knight and Mr. Knight figures that were previously released in an earlier Marvel Legends series, but we just don't get that. This box is this is the first Build-A-Figure series that is in this plastic-free packaging that Hasbro is super proud of. It is great for the planet, but collectors super duper hate it. So I'm surprised that Hasbro is trying to draw attention to it, because fans do not like this at all. I've yet to see any collector say anything positive about this packaging. It's basically a cardboard box with no window wherein you cannot see the figure that is inside, check for paint flaws, breakages, anything like that. Anyway, also you'll note on this packaging that there is no bio for the figures, and also that you cannot see the other figures that are in the series, which include Jimmy Woo, Classic Loki, Zombie Scarlet Witch, He Who Remains, and the Red Skull. There is also a zombie Iron Man figure in this wave who does not come with a Build-A-Figure part and thus is not including that spine that tells us in text what's in this series, even if we can't see it. So let's bust this figure open, and there's no point trying to preserve the packaging because, you know, it's ugly. So you'll notice that we no longer have a plastic tray inside the box. Now all we have is these paper inserts. They're nice and crinkly, like the crouton bags that you get over at Panera. And inside of this crouton bag, we find this plastic dome. And presumably with this, yes. All right, so here is a Scott Lang Ant-Man head from What If, from the episode where he survives as a disembodied head, which is the zombie episode of What If, titled Zombies, I think exclamation point, maybe a couple exclamation points, who can say for sure. This is a neat little item. Like, the jar itself does not have any painting or anything like that on the base of it. It is just blank on the bottom. This is sort of a bizarre thing, and if they were going to make this, I kind of wish that they had made Scott Lang with a little bit more of a smile or some sort of goofy expression, something to give off a little bit more personality given the situation that he finds himself in. Also, along with this, we are going to get this other little paper bag that I can see is going to include Howard the Duck. So let me bust this out here. And here we have him. It is Howard the Duck. He is in a 6-inch scale for the first time from Hasbro. Hasbro did a 3 3/4-inch Marvel Legends San Diego Comic-Con version of Howard the Duck a few years ago that came in a multi-pack with Lockjaw and Moonboy in the 3.75-inch scale, but this is the first time we're getting him in a 6-inch scale like this. So here's Howard, and here is Scott Lang. You can see how they scale to each other. Let's see here. His wrists swivel, his head is on a ball joint, so it can kind of move up and down all around. His hat is not removable. His feet actually do have little swivels on them, so they are not totally inarticulate. And he has ball hinges on his shoulders, no butterfly like swivels or anything crazy like that. And he also has these ball hinge elbows. So this figure is a lot more articulated than I thought it might be. Like, I was fearing this Howard the Duck might actually only have, like, I don't know, 3 points of articulation or something, but actually he has quite a few. The lower articulation is mostly useless. He does have a swivel waist, so he can be kind of turned to look towards like other characters or not. I don't think he can really hold this Scott Lang jar in his hand, nor should he as far as the episode goes. The lower body has very, very little articulation in it with just those swivel feet. But, you know, it's not terrible. It's not the worst. This figure retails for $24.99. Let me see here. Oh, this is still kind of heavy. What else is in this box? It must be the Build-A-Figure piece, but let me pull this out anyway. You can see the artwork on the box of the Watcher with Howard the Duck here from the show. And here we go. What we actually get here for our $24.99 includes, here's the body of Khonshu, who is going to be an oversized Build-A-Figure. He's going to be, I don't know, 7 inches, 8 inches, 9 inches tall, something like that, most likely. It's very large. Like, basically, this is the size of a figure itself. I kind of would like to think that this is the figure you're paying for in this box, and that Howard here is just, you know, the pack-in figure, and so is that Scott Lang Ant-Man. That's the way that it makes sense to me, because for a $24.99 figure, this little Howard the Duck just, it doesn't make sense to me. I really like him. I think he's a well-done design. I enjoy the figure. The Scott Lang is kind of a miss for me just because of the fact that he doesn't have any kind of expression or anything on him, but I do like the Howard, and I think the Khonshu Build-A-Figure is eventually going to be quite cool one, and if I build it, I have not gotten any of the other figures from this wave yet, and I'm not sure if I'm necessarily going to. I don't have a burning desire for a Jimmy Woo action figure, but like, it's definitely a possibility, and I will post more of these unboxings or reviews on marveltoonies.com if and when I get them. So that is what I have to say about this $24.99 Howard the Duck and Scott Lang head in a jar from the Marvel Legends 2023 Hasbro lineup, Disney Plus Wave 4. All right, thanks a lot. Have a great day.